In a time long ago, the world was drowning in corruption. The people had abandoned the worship of the one true God, Allah. Instead, they turned to idols, indulging in sinful ways, unaware that their days were numbered. But there was one man who stood against the tide of evil. His name was Hazrat Nuh. For years, Hazrat Nuh pleaded with his people, calling them to worship Allah, to turn away from their destructive ways. He warned them that if they did not repent, a great disaster would befall them. But the people only mocked him. They laughed at his words, ignored his warnings, and grew more arrogant with each passing day. Hazrat Nuh was not deterred. He kept preaching day after day, knowing that if even a few believed, it would be worth it. But as time passed, the voices of the disbelievers grew louder. The mockery intensified. "What is this nonsense?" they scoffed. "There is no disaster. There is no God." And then one day, Allah revealed something to Hazrat Nuh, something that would change everything. Allah commanded him to build a great ark. A flood, the likes of which the world had never seen, was coming. The earth itself would break open, and the heavens would pour forth water, wiping away the disbelievers. But those who believed, along with the animals, would be saved if they boarded the ark. The task was enormous, and Hazrat Nuh set to work. The people watched, bewildered. "Why is he building a ship? There is no water here," they mocked. But Hazrat Nuh kept working in silence, knowing that Allah's command was not to be ignored. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The ark took shape, a massive vessel, standing tall against the ridicule of the disbelievers. But then, something changed. The sky grew dark, and the winds began to shift. Hazrat Nuh knew the time was near. The first drop of rain fell, just one, then another, and another. Soon the heavens opened up, pouring down rain in torrents. The ground trembled as the water from the earth began to rise. It was no longer just rain. It was the beginning of the flood. Hazrat Nuh called out to those who had believed in him, urging them to board the ark. He called the animals, 2 by 2, gathering them in. The ark, once a symbol of ridicule, was now their only refuge. The rain kept falling, harder, faster, the water rising, unstoppable. The people who had once mocked Hazrat Nuh now realized too late that the flood was real. They begged for mercy, but it was too late. The ark floated higher, carrying the believers and the animals away from the destruction below. The flood was all-encompassing, swallowing everything in its path. The cries of the disbelievers were drowned out by the roar of the waters. And then, after what seemed like an eternity, the rain stopped. The waters slowly began to recede, inch by inch. The ark, which had once seemed like a strange vessel, now rested safely on the mountain of Al-Judi. Hazrat Nuh and those with him stepped out, gazing at a world that had been cleansed. The flood had ended, but the lesson remained. The story of Hazrat Nuh is not just one of survival. It is a warning about ignoring the truth, a warning about turning away from Allah's guidance. Through Hazrat Nuh's unwavering faith, his patience in the face of mockery, and his obedience to Allah's command, we learn that the truth will always prevail. Allah's mercy is vast, but his